Hey guys, watching Volgor's videos, and got to another beer review, of course. 211. I have reviewed the original a while back ago in a 12-ounce can. This is the triple export. I've only had this twice, I think, and from what I remember, I don't remember it tasting any different. So here we go in the top glass. Okay, let's pour this up. Before I do, actually, no, I'll pour it first. Slow brewed in limited batches, sure, using only the finest malted barley and SR, still reserve, selected hops. We believe this to be among the very best beers in the world. Alrighty then, triple export, slow brewed for exceptional smooth flavor. That's what it says right there. 8.1%, just like the original Still Reserve. Still Reserve Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, otherwise known as Miller. Alright, so let's pour this up. Whoops, almost poured my can upside down. And there we have it. Triple export in a tab glass. Just smells like high gravity, corn sweetness. I don't know about the hops or the barley or whatever else, but it smells like corn sweetness and all that. It could be my imagination taking over, but to me, either one of two things. It's my imagination, or two, it's stronger, like it tastes harsher, or three, it's because it's warmer. Now, it does feel kind of cold in the can. Once I poured it into this glass, it doesn't feel quite as cold, but still cold enough. Of course, this glass wasn't cold. But it probably, either it's slightly warmer and it tastes harsher, or I could be completely imagining it, or it is slightly stronger. But that doesn't make any sense why it would be stronger if it's the same percentage. And why Still Reserve or Miller 211 whatever has two different versions of the same beer is beyond me. I'll never know. I do think this can looks cooler. It's black. It's got the red 211. I think that can looks cooler. But it almost seems like the other one tastes better. I don't know, unless it's in my head. Let's see. I'm going to pull up a Beer Advocate. It's not even coming up. What? 211. Go. Taste-wise, it's definitely Still Reserve. High gravity, of course. Honestly, it doesn't taste that much better than Dog Bite. And people hate Dog Bite. Like, they say how it's crappy, whatever, but really, it tastes pretty identical. Like, I don't remember that tasting any better than this, or this tasting any better than that. I mean, it tastes pretty much the same. So, I don't know. I'm kind of at a toss up in my head a little bit. Like, it seems like when I reviewed Still Reserve last, I gave it like a 6.6 or 6.9, like a high 6, because what I remember having it, it seemed like a pretty decent for a high gravity. But then again, maybe it was colder. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Like I said, it could be in my head. Like, I think it tastes different because it's a different can. You know, the best way to do a taste comparison is to get both of these. But then again, I don't want to drink 2 of these at once. Like, they don't sell these individually. Oh, they do it individually, but they don't sell these in like 16 or 12 ounce cans or 16 ounce. I'm pretty sure. If you buy these, it's in the big can or a 40. If you can find a 40. Seems like, I don't know. Seems like if I ever see the triple exports, it's only the 24 ounce can. So yeah, I'm not going to sit here and try them both side by side and have 2 tall cans at 211. That's too much. That's too much 211. But if I had somebody else to try it out with me, you know, and between both of us had, 24 ounces worth, that would be something, that'd be different. Oh, here we go, triple export. Wow, I've had that much, I'm definitely feeling it already. One moment. Oh, hopefully it didn't take you too long. Shit. Alright, okay, 211 triple export score. Beer Advocate gives it 64 out of 100. Pour. And the average rating is 2.55. That sounds about fair, really. 3 is, C. I guess that's a C minus. Yeah, so sounds about right to me, really. Yeah, actually, this is the one beer that deserves its rating. It doesn't deserve one guy reigned over. I don't know how to spell that. Say it. He's from Oregon, and he gives it 3 out of 5. I wouldn't give it a 3 out of 5. Maybe just below, but anyways, it's good for what it's. I mean, it's good. It's good for what it's meant for. Get you drunk for cheap, If you just want to have something easy to drink and just sip, well, you can just sip this, but it's not like easy drinking relaxation beverage, you know what I mean? That would be something like, I don't know, Genesee or an IPA, craft beer, I don't know, something better, something more better. Actually, for me, I was tossed up for me between Ice House and this, but I thought, I haven't had a Still Reserve in a long time. I'll try this, do a video on it, and see how much better it tastes when I get my knife out. And I try lime in my beer. I don't really care about. I do like all kinds of beers. That's not true to say that, but I don't usually go out of my way to put fruit in like lemon or lime in my beer, unless it kind of needs it, like a Still Reserve. And I should have with the stack. That's what I should have done. I should have put like oranges or whatever in there. And one time, it was with I think it was with Pyramid, or I can't remember now, but it was one, I can't remember what beer it was, but I had dried apricots in it was a pack of dried apricots, and I put it in my beer, and it actually tasted good, even though it was dry. There we go. Okay, there's the lime. Let's finish that. Alright. Squeeze some of that in there. And let's pour it just straight this time, see if it makes a difference on anything. Because I've been told, no, I haven't told, but I've witnessed people on YouTube videos pouring it both ways. Now look, all the bubbles just cling to that lime. Alrighty. Now this isn't a Mexican beer, but it's better than Mexican beer. Except for Carta Blanca, that's like my favorite Mexican beer. Everything else, it's like I don't really care for. I mean, it's okay, but some are like not as good as what everybody makes them out to be, especially Corona. I'm sorry. I just think Corona is one of the most overrated beers. Especially go to like Safeway or a gas station and they want like $8.99 for a 6-pack, and it's like, it's just an okay beer. I mean, I'd rather drink, for the money wise, I'd rather drink Busch. You know, that's like the same percentage, and it's probably half the price, almost. Not half, but, you know, quite a bit cheaper. Anyways. Yeah. So, I don't really know what to review. My advice to anybody trying 211 or any high gravity beer is, first of all, make sure it's ice cold. It's got to be ice cold. If it's not ice cold, like you brought it, you got it from stores, was sit in the car for an hour on the way home or going around, throw that thing back in the freezer for 10-15 minutes, and then crack it open. Because if you don't, you'll be complaining about it tasting like ass, and you know, it doesn't taste that much better, but it's beer. You know, you gotta have, especially a high gravity, strong, you know, malt liquor, you gotta have it ice cold. If it was something like Colt 45, it wouldn't be as big a deal because it's not as strong, but Still Reserve, or, you know, anything above 7, you know, anything above 7%, you gotta have it ice cold. Okay. Another lime. There we go. Now we're fancy, right? Tab. Okay, so basically, you gotta have it ice cold. You gotta ice cold, and that's basically the biggest tip for high gravity or malt liquor. And then if you don't think it's up to snuff, if you have any lemons or limes, cut it up, slap it in there. It will taste a lot easier to drink. A lot better. A lot easier to drink. My problem is you put too much in there, it's hard to drink it. But yeah, I don't think it tastes that much different from plain Still Reserve, but something tells me it does taste a little bit stronger, but I'm probably wrong. So I'm going to stick with a 6.5, depending on how cold it is. 6.7 if you got limes or lemons in it. And yeah, it's like $1.65 or $1.70 or 2 for $3. That sounds about right. Yeah, they're super cheap. I mean, can't argue with that. And so now, I didn't even think about it till now, but now I can put. Oh, I'm feeling good now. My 211 triple export can on my rack, which I'm running out of space. I need to figure out something. And wait a minute, I just realized I don't have a Still Reserve can on here. Well, that's fucked up. I swear I had one. I must have recycled it. Oh well, time to get another 211 can. Alright, well, thanks for watching. See you next time. drive and drink responsibly. Responsibly. And yes, this was a 15-minute review on Triple Export. And that lime is in my face. Okay, I'm cutting out now.